My name is Lane Levine, and I'm Associate Professor of Physical Education and Exercise Science at Iowa Wesleyan College and a USA Track and Field instructor. We're going to demonstrate the real runner today with an experienced sprinter. This is Carlos. He went to the University of Kansas and was a 10-3 sprinter. The way sprinting works, you have two factors that are involved in how fast you go: stride length and stride frequency. You can't do much about stride length because that's to determine how long your lever is. But stride frequency, the number of times that we can turn over our feet and make contact with the ground, propel us forward. If we can increase that, then that's the one factor we have that we can manipulate and make somebody faster. From a mechanical standpoint, the three things in sprinting are toe up, knee up, heel up. So we have to tilt our hips up under us forward, okay? So that's going to take a solid core, and we have to stand tall. So first thing is toe up, knee up, heel up. Boom. By having the toe up, that allows the calf to act as a knee flexor, lets the hamstrings relax a little bit to prepare for the propulsion cycle. The propulsion cycle is you let the knee unlock, casts out, and then you pull it underneath you. If you keep that toe up, the ball of the foot is going to hit right underneath the center of mass, and you can be constantly pulling the track behind you. So that's going to allow you to pull yourself forward instead of, if the toe dangles, it's going to land in front of you, and now you have to lever yourself over your center of mass over that foot for each stride that you take. The hardest thing to teach is the toe up part. Okay? This machine is set up so that when you change directions, it allows you to apply force using the hip flexors, but the first thing you have to do, since your toe is underneath there, is pull that toe up in order to move the machine. So it's training the tibialis anterior to keep the toe up, but it's also neurologically training you so that as soon as you change direction, boom, the toe has to stay up. So we're going to put Carlos on here.
Carlos' first time on the machine. He's never used it before.
So before we get started with his little workout, I want him to feel this. So go ahead and raise that up. Okay. So he's got to work the hip flexors, but look, the toe has to pull up on that pad in order to change direction. Also, since he's supporting himself, he has to use his core, which is valuable in tilting the pelvis forward and maintaining a tall posture while you're sprinting. Okay, are you ready, Carlos?
I'm ready. 11-second burst, Carlos.
Go.
Come on. Bring those hip flexors up.
All the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up.
Hip flexors.
All the way up to your chin. Come on.
Done.
Up, 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 up. All right. Okay.
Woo.
Now, that's your first time. When we put you on there the second time, you need to concentrate on pushing up with your arms and holding yourself forward and up.
That way you won't
work your core more.
Okay.
And you're going to be able to pull harder on with the hip flexor and get it up to your chin. You want to get this up as high as possible.
Yeah. And chances are when you do that, you won't hit the back of the machine.
Okay.
You got to be a little bit more forward on the machine. But we'll let you rest.
It was sucking me back. You know?
And that's going to be the core that you have to work on in order to get that up there.
Woo! Where's the bed at? That was rough. That was rough. Okay.
Again, if you're a little bit more forward on the machine, and you pull your hip flexors up a little bit further, you won't hit the back of the machine.
Okay. That's my cardio for the year. Woo! All right. Give me about an hour. I'll be ready.
Everybody says that about this too when they get on it. It's a lot harder than you think it is.
That is hard.
Okay, we don't do a lot of hip flexor stuff. I mean, if you're going to train it in just a regular gym situation, what you're going to do is, rubber bands or some core stuff like planks or something like that. But that trains it statically. And the rubber bands, you only go in one direction. You don't get that cycle of going up and then having to immediately apply the force back down again. So that's a good advantage of this. The hydraulics allows it to be isokinetic, so it allows you to only go at one speed, and you have to apply force, maximum amount of force throughout the entire range of motion, because it only allows you to go at that one speed. Okay, so you try and go faster and faster and faster, and what you're really doing is producing more and more and more force. Want to give it another try? Yeah. Okay, now work really hard on the core.
Move his hands up a little bit.
Yep.
There you go.
Okay.
And then pull those hip flexors up higher, Carlos.
Push there, right? Pull yourself right up there. There. Now keep yourself right there.
Do it slow
Ready?
at first so it gets the feel of it.
Ease into it, make sure you stay. Yep, go ahead. Okay,
Hip
pull
flexors
yourself
up.
Pull yourself up. There, yeah, right there. Stay right there.
Hip flexors up.
Okay, now go. Now try and keep your knees. Keep your knees up to your chin. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Go.
Here we go.
Go.
There you go. Go.
That's
Go.
it.
Go. Go. Go.
Come on, Carl.
More. Push up. Push up. Push up. Pull. 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 Come on.
10.3 seconds.
Okay.
Oh man. Oh. Oh man. I don't think I had to work like that for about 10 years. Whew.
Just a
problem.
hypothetical question, Carlos. Do you think this would have made you a little bit faster back in the day?
Definitely.
There was no way of working the hip flexors like you do
No.
dynamically on this machine.
I never.
And a lot of what we see is muscular imbalance. If we don't train the hip flexors enough, and we've kind of gotten out of that, we started getting rid of that type of stuff in the late 70s. You know, we're worried about back injuries and stuff like that. So we see weak hip flexors now. This is going to allow you to train the hip flexors at the same intensity as you're training the gluteals and the hamstrings during the sprinting motion. So hopefully we'll be able to catch the hip flexors up. And if we can get those to fire fast, boom, we can get another stride in.
As I say, my from here and below, and my core and my arms, everything's burning. You know, my legs feel like I just get off the squat machine and do a 405. You know, and this is an awesome machine to be able to do that in 11 seconds. You know, so that's awesome.
Yeah. Seen him incline 405 for 3. He's still fast. Still jump up about a foot above the rim. You know, he's still in shape. You just saw what it did to him.
All right, thanks.
All right, thank you.